Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Look, so which do you like better? Do you like, wait.
Where they hold it?
Do you like it when somebody holds the mic and talks? Because we see that a lot.
Yes.
Or do you like it when they pin it to their lapel and you don't even notice and or maybe you do and it's just like a thing. We're really curious about that because if you want us to talk like that, we totally will.
Yeah. Or we can just fake talk like the mic's there and do it that way.
We could get just another piece of... Okay, so today the question is, do you like Christmas or Halloween better?
Oh, Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, I love Halloween.
No.
Well,
Because
I mean,
you
besides
like to
the
scare
audience.
people?
No, just because it's super, the people, well, yeah.
He likes to scare people.
Well, not me, but I like the way the houses are because I have a neighbor that he goes all out. He has an open, it's a haunted house. He's got 6 different rooms. I posted the video on my page during Halloween, on Halloween night, on, his name's Denny. So I've seen to Marcy. They live 5 doors down from me.
Denny, you're really scary. Your house is scary.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And then the Monster Mile here in Montana is super awesome. So yeah, I like Halloween. But yesterday, Cole's computer came. So Cole wanted a gaming computer, and yeah, his eyes were all right, that said that I need to take my glasses off to do these, but I can't see without them. Their prescription.
I'm just saying people want to see your eyes. I don't think they
cross-eyed
don't like it when they... Stop, that's creepy.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that. That's Halloween-y.
But I can't see. Now I can see.
Okay, I got it. So, you can see my eyes, so if you have questions, let us know. We're going to do a quick rundown of the market right now and what's going on.
Yes. And
then we want to talk about interest rates. And there was a Fed basis point reduction yesterday. And
Wednesday.
What does that mean?
Wednesday.
Sorry, Wednesday. I missed today.
Gotcha.
I went to the Bush Museum because I have my in-laws are in town, so we went to the Bush Museum in SMU yesterday. So very, very, very interesting. And
I want to go to the Holocaust Museum.
Right.
Have you seen that?
No.
The building's, it looks like how's that building standing? It looks really cool. I did a loan for someone who was helping to build that. And he's like, hey, yeah, check it out. And this was years ago. And I just remember seeing this building. I'm like, how is this building standing? It is pretty cool. But the Bush Museum was good.
Interesting. Yeah, it's always... We went to the Clinton Museum earlier this year. And so yesterday we went to the Bush Museum. I actually really do like the Bush Museum and some of the things it had said and about Bush's presidency I didn't necessarily remember. But I probably know more about Bush than I know about most presidents because he's from the area and he loves baseball. I love baseball, kind of thing. But also when I went to Clinton Museum, I didn't think that would be interesting at all. And it really was very, very interesting. So if you ever have a chance to see a presidential museum or whatever we're calling it, then that's probably
library.
a good thing.
They call it the presidential
library, right?
But it's a museum.
But it's really, really interesting.
All right, so on the market. So this is Beth Caudell. If you don't know her, you should.
Beth Caudell, I'm with eXp Realty. I've been a licensed realtor for a little bit over 20 years, kind of like 22. At this point, I almost feel like it's you don't want to tell people your age and you count a little bit lower all the time. If I say 20, I feel like I'm that's far more than most agents that I know around.
I'm not going to lose any hair over it, though.
You're not. Oh, that's good.
I'm not going to lose any hair over it.
We really worry about that with Bo. So if you want to know what happened in the market in November, because I have people, that is the number one question people are asking, what happened in the market. So average sales price, if I'm just looking at Denton County.
Just Denton County.
I'm just going to look at my little report here just to verify I'm right. $420,000 is the average sales price. I can go through and do any city you want, but just as a general rule, we're going to do Denton County here, and it was $420,000. That is a decrease of 9% from that time last year.
In price.
Yeah, in price, in price, because homes have been sitting on the market longer,
Yes.
and I think I'll give you some stats to tell you that. And so people are, sellers are going to be a little bit more giving on the price, and or things they're willing to do because they have to move.
Yes.
And the number of active listings, would you like to guess how much more it's up
What's
in
it up?
November than this time last November?
How much?
21%.
It's up.
Up.
Active listings
Active
are up
listings,
21%
yes.
in Denton County.
That's almost 5,000 more houses
wow.
this time this year than last year. When we're talking about November, because obviously we don't have stats for December yet because we are in December. And then closed sales is down 10%.
Wow.
So you're up 25% in houses,
And
down
10.
10% in sales.
Wow.
So that's why you're seeing that pinch, and that's why it hurts a little bit sometimes. And that's about 200 and, I'm sorry, that's almost 1,000 homes sold less this year than last year at the same time. Then days on market, that's one of the very interesting things we've seen is that days on market is just gone up this year. So last year about this time it was 70 to 80 days on market from list to close because Denton County was still moving pretty fast. Now we're up to 99, almost 100 days on market.
Wow.
So 67 days on market, that is huge different, and that's where we've seen the difference is the amount of time those houses are sitting on the market. And then usually 30 to 35 days to close. The average is 32.
32 days to
32
close on a
days
house?
to close. So that's all about having a good lender to get your things done. And months of inventory right now is 4. 4 exact months. So
That's a lot.
that is more than last year at this time. It was 3.4 last year. At this time now it's up to 4. So that is moving quickly towards what we would call a balanced market. I don't think we're in a buyer's market at this point, not
What
yet.
was it during the COVID months?
During COVID months, we were less than a month of
Less
time
than a
on
month.
market. Less than a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, yes, yeah.
Blowing and
That's
going.
it.
I
So
just-
you during COVID, I mean, we're such a different time, but during COVID, you'd put a house on the market and a lot of them would go for more than asking. I think,
most of them.
you know, I heard of $100,000 more.
Yeah.
I've heard of 50. I mean, easily
So
with
120.
houses.
120.
So that's a lot, right? But now, as a seller, you cannot think like that. We got to look at what houses are, you know, have sold for in the area, just like we always do our comparative market analysis. And then, you know, that's what we want to, you know, go with and make sure we price your house right. Because if we don't, we're wasting your time.
You know what I think's funny
driving
about?
up costs.
So I've noticed this, like, people always look at the tax value of their house, and that's what they go off.
And they think that's it. And that's not necessarily always true.
I mean, is it even close?
Sometimes. I mean, it's gotten way closer nowadays than it used to be. It used to be a huge differential. That's probably not
Differential.
the right. Yeah, you know.
I'm with
So,
you.
but like, if it is a senior in the house and the tax rate's frozen,
Oh.
you're not gonna see
Lucky.
that value on that house being as high. But really, if we do a market analysis, it probably is as high.
Yeah.
You know, or is, you know, better than what the tax rate is. I had somebody recently come in and give the actual, whatever that tax value is, and the agent was telling me, well, that's market value.
No.
No, that's not market value.
No.
But, like, that was his argument, and, you know, he might have been a less experienced agent that didn't quite know, but somebody had told him that, and so you have to, that's again why you have to use experienced folks to help you when you are looking to make your biggest purchase ever, likely.
And something I've been telling people too is like, it's kind of like me. Like, there's not one investor that's right for every client. There's not one client that's right for every investor.
Right.
Well, it's the same with realty too. If you're out there and you're watching this and you're thinking about buying a home, and if you don't live in Denton County, that's fine. But if you do live in Denton County, here's something I wanted to say. Like, you need to choose your realtor based on the area that you want to buy in, or you need to make sure that your realtor, if they're not in your area, I'm sure that they have a good friend in the area that you're looking to buy in, but get their recommendation on it. But always choose a local realtor. And the reason I say that is I've talked to so many people that come to Lantana that are doing open houses and whatnot, but they really don't know Lantana.
They don't know the area.
Or they don't know Denton County at all.
Well, and it just takes a few
careful.
questions to figure that out.
And you got to be careful because, like, you can, not that realtors talk you into stuff, but they definitely kind of sway you towards the right data. But what if they don't have the right data? Like,
Well, I
I've
think
seen
you
it.
want somebody that knows obviously what they're talking about. So, I'm going to talk to my clients and say, hey, what is it you're looking for? What are you trying to do? How, and then create a plan to accomplish those goals. And I'm not going to push you into anything, but I'm going to listen to what you say and then help you go that way. And I'm going to share with you the facts. So for my clients that bought during COVID, for example, that paid way over to get the house, then I said, hey, I just want you to know, here's what the comps say. You're going to have to pay this much more to buy it. And, they knew. And so then when my client's company got bought out and he got moved to Houston, he's like, Beth, and it was only 2 years.
Oh.
He's like, I know I paid
Ouch.
too much for this house. But, I expect to sit here, for the next 6 months before we can sell it. But I do understand. But it's because I had that conversation with him to say, hey, you need to understand, I'm going to let you buy at whatever you want to buy, but you need to understand when I think you're overpaying.
100%.
So,
yeah.
but his house actually sold really, really quickly, actually. That 6 months never happened.
Got lucky.
And so that
Got
was just a
lucky.
really good thing.
It's kind of scary because, on the bank side, we're always protected because they're only going to lend on what the appraisal comes back. So that was this extra money out of pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So coming over to the mortgage side, because we did real estate side.
Mm-hmm.
So on the mortgage side, people are asking what rates are. I put out a weekly rate update for you every Monday. And you can also get on Alexa and ask for mortgage rate skill update, and it reads it to you. You don't even have to read my emails or texts. You can just go to
Mortgage
Alexa,
rate skill
update, and
There you
it'll
go.
tell you. And that's something that's sponsored. That's kind of cool. But interest rates are actually down a little bit from where they were. So when the Fed announced their rate update in, I think, October, rates actually went up. Mortgage interest rates do, because a lot of people think that every time the Fed drops the Fed's rate, that interest rates come down. It's not true. They don't coincide. They actually went up 13 basis points on the same day the Fed announced rate drops. I actually locked 2 refinance customers in 2 days before the rate update, and I'm glad I did it, and the customers were also happy that they did it. So if you're out there, and I know that I did a lot of loans that are in the high 6s and 7s back in 24. So if your interest rate is
I
in
think
that,
if you bought in 23, 24,
yeah, 24,
you probably want to
high
look
6s
at
or 7s.
refinancing.
Yeah.
But he will go in so deep, you might not it might go over your head a little.
Sorry.
So, not necessarily, maybe you completely follow that, but, just, trust your lender to be able to get the lowest rate. And you can definitely shop around, but Bo's a great one to go with, and to like try to get you in on that best rate, and to not have you pay as much money.
Yeah, and even if you have something already that's out there, like let me just look at it, because I'm not saying that mortgage brokers are they keep things mysterious when it comes to the fee sheet, but I've seen some crazy stuff. I'll just tell one thing that I saw one time on a builder's sheet. It actually said $650 for an argument fee. Like, I'm not making that up. It actually was a line item. It said $650 argument fee. But yeah, I don't think the customers saw it before I brought it out. I'm like,
Do you think they really? Is that
It was
supposed to
on
be
there.
called something else?
I don't know, but it said argument fee $650.
So you have to look at all that, and like I think when you say that, that makes me think of HOAs, because they have a certain amount of money they're required to charge you now. They can't go over it. So now in HOA fees, you're seeing a lot of other fees, like admin or a marketing for the HOA fee,
Yes,
or
please.
like just extra fees they're adding on there. So if you have an agent that can help you walk through that and see like where those fees are. I just sold a condo this week, y'all, and I think that the previous HOA had embezzled from the homeowners.
Like
that's what the guy, I represented the seller, but the man who was buying the condo, actually, he lived in this particular community, and it's really, 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 really expensive for a monthly fee, because condos take care of your exterior, and like you, the homeowner, you take care of the interior. But I'm like, why is this so much? Like, even to this owner of the property, and he's like, I think that the previous HOA management company embezzled, and like now
Sure,
we're
it
trying
happens more than we know.
Right?
Yeah,
And because
it's
people,
easy. You entrust in somebody, and then
yeah, you definitely need somebody you can trust, because that stuff makes me crazy. But like, yeah, now they got a new HOA, so now they're trying to balance that out to get it all on the up and up. But he said that's what I'm banking on, and it is tanking the values of those condos. It was in Irving, but it just is crazy, y'all.
So be careful. If you need to have somebody that you know, like, and trust, we are here. We will work as a team to ensure that your purchase is the smoothest, and Beth sells homes like none other. We were looking at her numbers earlier. She's definitely more a seller's agent than a buyer's agent, which is bad for me, but I still like Beth because of her knowledge and her 20 years experience. 20 years. So Beth needs buyers. We all need buyers. I need buyers. Hey, if you just want to get pre-qualified for the weekend, if you're thinking about it, I don't charge you anything, just to look and have a conversation. Do you want to know what you can afford? I've got a little Excel spreadsheet. You don't even have to deal with me. Like, I'll just send you the Excel spreadsheet. You fill in the data, and it tells you pretty close to what you can afford. I mean, it may be off by a little bit. That's why it's always better just to kind of talk to me, just to make sure we have everything. But if that's something you're needing, I'm happy to do that. If you think your interest rate may be high, I'd be happy to look at it. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no obligation to use me. Just let me look at it. Let me save you money. I mean, yeah.
So the other thing is, people may be thinking, when is the right time to sell? Like, when is the right time to buy, right? So, I mean, the answer is it depends, which I totally hate that answer. But we'll evaluate your situation and see what that best time might be for you. But also, I can go in and look at your house, and like, because a lot of people will go in there and they'll fix things that don't need to be fixed.
Yeah.
They'll worry about things that don't need to be worried about. And I'll be like, no, you don't have to. No, don't. Because really, I think your money, when you're looking to sell, should be spent on your kitchen and your primary bathroom. Like, that's where we want to see the most money. Because, like, replacing the carpet or something like that isn't going to do anything if your fixtures in your bathroom and your kitchen are outdated. Like, but there are, so there's almost like a hierarchy of what should be replaced. Me, anyway, I can go in there and look at your house and see kind of what the best maybe next steps would be for you, and like just put a plan together, and no pressure, but like just to help you to get there. And I've actually had people that have done sort of my plan on getting their house ready, and then they go, we like our house more now, we're not going to sell.
No.
It does happen.
So
it happens every now and then.
That leads me to a story like my grandpa told me. Papa said that his biggest mistake was not upgrading to a new house every 7 years. So this is what he said. He said, I would have done so much better if I would have just moved to an upgraded house every 7 years instead of fixing things that are wrong in this house.
It's an interesting thought, because I do have rental houses right now that I've owned since the 2000s.
Yeah.
And like maybe they're built in the 80s or something, and they have things going wrong, right? And like based on that theory, that would have worked.
It's totally true, because I did the math. Me being a cheap person as I am, I like to keep my money and I like to spend it wisely. I actually did the numbers on what makes sense to replace and what doesn't. What gives you the biggest return on ROI. I did this video probably like 5 years ago because I wanted to prove Papa wrong. I totally wanted to prove him wrong because I didn't want to move, but it proved him right instead of proving him wrong.
And I really just want to know, as a side note, what do you actually call your grandpa? If you could just put it in the comments below.
Yeah, what do you call your Papa? Papa.
Mine was grandpa. I don't know, but like, my grandparents were a lot older, so.
What do you want us to do next week? Please.
If you have ideas.
Please, ideas, questions, or something that you want to ask and go in more detail about anything that we talked about today. Happy to help. If you'd like to get a weekly rate update, happy to provide that.
Or if you wanted the value of a property, what something's sold for, what you should list for, or even ideas on, what your neighbor listed or sold for.
Yeah.
Let me know. Or why isn't a house selling? I can look at it and tell you.
I got one for you. We'll do it off here. Yeah.
Okay.
There's one in my neighborhood. All right, y'all. See you next week. Around the same time. We can't guarantee, but we'll be here. Thank y'all for watching.
Bye.